Hey everyone, it is Dani'i and welcome to this update video. And so we will be talking about our potential tropical cyclone. One, we have a lot of watches and warnings that are in place, and we also have another disturbance. So that potential tropical cyclone, which is really still or invest, is going to be bringing a lot of rainfall, a lot of tropical storm-like conditions that have already begun in sections of the northwestern Caribbean, Florida, and the Bahamas. And I will be going into all the necessary details, incluyendo en español. So before I do so, okay, and so let us start off with current satellite imagery of the area. And so here we have it, not the very best right now in terms of organization, but we do have that area of some very deep convection within that area in the northwestern Caribbean, and some of that deep convection is definitely affecting Cuba. And I've been observing this from satellite imagery from yesterday. I mean, some areas of western Cuba are most likely experiencing a lot of heavy rainfall as a result of this system here, and it's going to be making its way into the Gulf of Mexico and then making its way out into the Atlantic. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the cone forecast from the National Hurricane Center. And so here we have it. So our potential tropical cyclone 1, it is producing tropical storm force winds. Winds are currently at 40 miles per hour. However, it does not quite achieve tropical storm status just yet, but it is expected to do so later today. And so all of those blues and the yellows you're seeing, those are watches and warnings. So let's talk about those. So a tropical storm warning, which is highlighted in blue, it is in effect for Florida Keys, including the Dry Tortugas, Florida Bay, west of Florida south of the middle of Longboat Key to Card Sound Bridge, east coast of Florida south to Volusia Brevard County line, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, to Card Sound Bridge and Lake Okeechobee, and also for the Cuban provinces of Pinar del Rio, Artemisa, La Habana, and Mayabeque, and also for the northwestern Bahamas. And so tropical storm watch, that is now highlighted in yellow. So that is in effect for the Cuban provinces of Matanzas and the Isle of Youth. And so for the tropical storm warning, it means that those areas that I just listed for the warning will start to feel tropical storm-like conditions within the next 36 hours or so. Meanwhile, for a watch, it is within the next 48 hours, or you can say 2 days time. So with tropical storm-like conditions, we're talking about a lot of heavy rainfall. So the rainfall is going to be the main concern with this system here. A lot of heavy rainfall, also gusty winds, and that storm surge as well, that inundation as a result of the winds pushing the waves onshore as the system is going to be making its way through the area. And so if you're in any of these regions, guys, please take all the necessary precautions and stay safe. Porque la gente habla español, especialmente en Cuba, aquí están los mensajes graves. Se espera lluvias fuertes asociadas al sistema a través del oeste de Cuba. Inundaciones repentinas y deslizamientos de tierra son posibles. Lluvias fuertes afectarán porciones del centro de Florida, sur de Florida y los calles de Florida durante el día de hoy y continuarán hasta el sábado. Inundaciones repentinas y urbanas son posibles a través del noroeste de las Bahamas. Se esperan condiciones de tormenta tropical en área bajo vigilancia en el oeste de Cuba durante el día de hoy, esta noche, en Florida esta noche y el sábado, y en el noroeste de las Bahamas el sábado. Condiciones de tormenta tropical son posibles en el área bajo vigilancia en el oeste de Cuba hoy y esta noche. Okay, and so now let's go ahead and take a look at that second disturbance there. And so it is given a 10% chance. And if you watched my previous video, you would have seen where I said that we shouldn't underestimate these systems, because sometimes they quickly develop, especially subtropical cyclones. They will quickly develop even though they're given such a low chance. Like in just a couple of hours, or probably within 6 to 12 hours, they rapidly develop into cyclones. And so that could possibly be the outcome with this system here. Taking a look at it on satellite, we're seeing that small area of showers and thunderstorms being produced, and it really has only today to get in shape. So I mean, a lot of persons are expecting that or a potential tropical cyclone, which is in the northwestern Caribbean, headed into the Gulf, that is going to be designated as Alex. But here we have a system that could sneak up on us, and what if this acquires the name Alex and that other system acquires the name Bonnie? So the possibility is on the table for that. So let's see what happens with these systems. But let's go ahead and take a look at conditions ahead of potential tropical cyclone 1. And so first up, we're talking about ocean temperatures. So ocean temperatures are quite favorable right now. Definitely warm in the Gulf of Mexico and the northwestern Caribbean. So that is not going to be an issue for it. The real issue is the wind shear. So looking at this wind shear map right here, when you see those red lines, that indicates that conditions are unfavorable. The yellow means neutral and the green means favorable. And so that strong wind shear is really present in the vicinity of the potential tropical cyclone, and so for that reason it isn't expected to become something very strong. And fortunately for that, because I mean, if the wind shear was favorable across the Gulf of Mexico and the northwestern Caribbean, we could be talking about some serious intensification of this system and maybe even a hurricane landfall in Florida. But fortunately, we have the wind shear to help keep the intensity at a minimum. So once we get the system more in shape later today, and so it is going to be likely designated as a tropical storm. Wouldn't be so confident about expecting tropical storm Alex now that we have that other disturbance out there, regardless of it having a 10% chance to develop. So we really have to wait and see what's going to be happening. But as for our models are expecting that they all somewhat agree that this is going to be a tropical storm. I mean, it is producing tropical storm force winds. We just needed to get in shape some more to officially be designated as a tropical storm. And then in terms of the tracks, the models, they're all green right here. The spaghetti models are all green, showing that general northeastward like track, making the system cross over Florida and then out into the Atlantic. So that is the general consensus among the models, guys. And so I'm imploring you all to please take every necessary precaution and stay safe for the system if you're to be affected, because again, that heavy rainfall is going to be an issue. That storm surge for persons that live along the coast. So guys, please, if you know that you're in an area that is flood prone, ensure that you have an evacuation plan, because this rainfall is definitely going to be very significant once it is going to be making its way more into portions of Florida and the Bahamas. And so guys, that is really it for this update video. So just to recap, we have two disturbances out there: potential tropical cyclone 1, which is likely to become a tropical storm later today. The chance of it being Alex is actually a little bit lower than being at a good confidence for me personally, because of that other disturbance there that might quickly develop into something. So we'll definitely have to watch that. But it is definitely possible that regardless of whichever name potential tropical cyclone 1 achieves, it is going to be bringing a lot of dangerous conditions to the aforementioned areas, guys. So I'm reiterating that you should take the necessary precautions and stay safe if you're to be affected, and I will be keeping you updated as time goes by. And so if you found this video to be quite informative, please give a thumbs up, and you can also share your thoughts with me in the comments or ask a question. I will try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And of course, remember to always be weatherwise.